Major League Fishing Cups are back and available on MyOutdoorTV.
Here we go.
Start your free trial on MOTV.com to enjoy new episodes of Major League Fishing Cups now. Use promo code YT30.
I love going to some place that I've never been before and seeing water for the first time and then going out there.
These cup events, it's kind of the fear of the unknown. You never know what they're going to throw at you.
You just have to cover the gamut. You have to have a little bit of everything for any possible situation.
Oh my gosh.
The one thing that I've always learned is control the controllables.
This format will drive you insane. Largemouth.
Well, there's a big one. Check that out.
My God, dang it.
Yes. Holy cow.
Yes.
How about that?
Get that one.
I like it when a plan comes together.
General Tire's Major League Fishing. It's the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup from Neenah, Wisconsin, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches.
Oh, man, oh, man.
I can't even pronounce the lakes we're at today. I have fished them before, though, so that's a good thing. 62-degree water.
I was expected to be warmer than that.
This is a lake where you're not gonna be able to look at a graph. You can't look at something to figure out where they're gonna be. You can see it's a really shallow chain of lakes. You know, we got cattails, I see lily pads, there's gonna be boat docks. One of those three is gonna come into play today.
We may be last, we may be first, we may be in between, as long as we're above 6.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Let's get it on.
Welcome to General Tire's Major League Fishing. 30 anglers have assembled in Neenah, Wisconsin to compete for the title of Challenge Cup champion. Today, 10 will face off in Elimination Round 2, but only 6 will move on to the sudden death rounds, putting them one step closer to the Challenge Cup championship. Let's meet today's 10 anglers. Coming in as the second-ranked angler, Ott Defo. Next up, in the 5th spot, Jacob Porosnik. He's ranked 8th. Brent Chapman. Coming in at number 11, Adrian Avina. Next in line, ranked 14th, Britt Myers. Behind him at 17th, Wesley Strader. Coming in ranked 20th, Anthony Gagliardi. Holding the 23rd spot, Alton Jones Jr. He's ranked 26th, Stephen Browning. And rounding out the field, ranked 29th, Edwin Evers. With no opportunity to practice and each lake representing unique challenges, our pros must come ready for anything. Jacob Porosnik shows us how he prepared in General Tire's Anywhere is Possible.
You know, today I'm gonna give you a couple tips about some of the stuff that I pack in my boat when I'm fishing these Major League Cups, because anywhere is possible. You know, the first thing is you always have to have a good walking bait. I always go to a junior this time of year. The bait is really small, and you know, in the fall, fish will start schooling. You can catch them on shallow points and stuff like that. So always just throw kind of a shad pattern, maybe something clear. It'll be just fine. You know, you always have to have a frog. I always throw something kind of white this time of year, resembles kind of a shad deal if they're getting up in the grass and stuff. And, you know, you just kind of throw it around in the thickest cover, under docks, under trees, just, you know, cover a lot of water with it. And then last but not least, always have to have topwater baits. This is one of my favorite baits to throw in the fall time of year. It catches a lot of fish. You catch schoolers with it. You can catch those ones where they're not really wanting to bite, but you can kind of bloop it along, just let it sit there, fish really slow with it. That's just the bait that you have to have ready at all times. Always keep you a good supply of topwater baits handy and ready, and some, you know, a bunch of different shad colors. Clear works pretty good too. So try them out and they'll help you catch more and bigger bass.
With no practice and no information, the anglers only have 30 minutes to run the lake and figure out a game plan. To get a closer look at the options they have to choose from, let's go over to Marty Stone with today's lake breakdown.
Chad, what the anglers are going to find this morning during the ride through with their Mercury-powered boats is a zone that's huge. Lake Poygan and Lake Winneconne cover over 19,000 surface acres and 60 miles of shoreline. But we learned some things in elimination round number 1. First, boat docks matter. especially those that's got vegetation behind and beside of it, and it's attached to retaining walls. The second form of cover that was productive was willow trees that had laydowns extended out in front that were attached to rock banks. Aquatic vegetation, it mattered as well. We saw that pencil reeds, cattails, and the rice fields were the biggest players. And the key within each one of those cover types were the ones that had hard lines that had points extended out into the lake. The big story of the day, though, however, is going to be the weather. Highs today are predicted to be in the upper 70s. In northern fisheries, that's normally a good thing. But the bad news is the wind is projected to be 15-mile-an-hour sustained with gusts over 30 out of the southwest. The anglers that are going to have success today will have to be mentally strong. They're going to have to battle through these conditions and find those key areas. The ones that can do that will be the ones that have success in elimination round number 2 and advance to sudden death.
First cup, first ride around. Let's do this. Got a lot of rock, got a lot of wood in it, grass. It's got a little bit of everything up here.
Rock and current, good combo.
I almost feel like we're in the Louisiana Delta when you start looking at some of this stuff. You know, it's just crazy what it looks like.
I just want to get up here and get a feel for how deep some of this vegetation is.
Looks like it's gonna be a little shallow.
It all looks good, but that's one of them deals. It's rock, paper, scissors. Where do you start?
See, typically, you know, we spend a couple days of practice doing this exploring, doing stuff like this. We got to do it in 30 minutes.
It looks like a little current coming around that buoy right there. That's nice to know.
Well, there's a ton of current here, just like I thought there would be. But here's a chute that comes off the river. It's got a pile of duckweed, it's got eelgrass, it's got some coontail. I'm just trying to see if it's deep enough to go in here and fish.
Saw a couple little rock jetties and a little places that broke the current a little better on the lower end down here. So we're gonna run down here, get ready for lines in.
Not seeing much activity. I haven't seen any fish break the surface or anything, so I don't know if that's an indicator of it could be tough or what, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about the fish population in this lake, if there's a lot of smallmouth here, or if it's mainly largemouth.
I'd also venture a guess to say that there's largemouth and smallmouth both in this river, just because it's got good depth, and it's like 20 foot right there. It's got good depth, it's got good current, it's got some rock, it's got wood, it's got grass.
I've never been that guy that fishes the obvious stuff. And I feel like that's one thing in this format that you kind of need to do, because it takes you a little while to find this off-the-wall stuff. But I don't feel too good about this. But a lot of times, you do something like this and it pays off.
Dang, I was gonna start right there. That's a good-looking little spot right there where little Junior's gonna start.
The reason I've stopped here is we've got an outside bend to this river right here. We've got a nice current flow to it. And we've just got some riprap on this outside bend that they put in to prevent erosion. And on these outside bends, you're gonna have the current hit harder. And, you know, it just puts the fish where they should be. They're gonna be on these current seams and in these little eddies. And if there's fish down this bank, I should be able to tell pretty quick, because they should be in key places. I'll be able to fish it fast and hopefully get a little pattern going, because there's 5 or 6 bends down through there that have good riprap, and I'm hoping there's some smallmouth in here.
I'm guessing that this river is a player, but I want to start out here. I'm gonna start here in this little old ditch. It's got plenty of duckweed and plenty of grass. Thinking maybe this might be a good largemouth spot.
This is where this main channel of the river dumps out into the lake. And whether it's fish from the lake migrating in, fish from the river migrating out, a place like this where you've got current that, boom, just dumps out into something, can oftentimes be a good spot. This is where we shall begin.
You'll find expert bass fishing know-how from Mercury MLF Pro Team anglers at MajorLakeFishing.com/Mercury Pro Tactics.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive. B&W Trailer Hitches. Towing adventure. Yeti. Built for the wild. Sonic. This is how we Sonic. And by Kubota. Together, we do more.
30 seconds.
I have no superstitions except underwear and hats. I brought 3 pair of underwear and about 4 hats today, so if y'all see me changing up a little bit, it ain't good.
It's elimination round 2 of General Tire's Major League Fishing. The second group of 10 anglers are preparing for battle on Lake Poygan and Lake Winneconne for the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches from Neenah, Wisconsin. Today's elimination round will consist of 3 periods. Only the top 6 competitors will advance to sudden death and move 1 step closer to the championship round. Major League Fishing's elimination round 2 begins now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines in. Beginning of period 1.
Challenge Cup on Lake Winneconne.
Let the challenge begin.
I like to know every fish caught, Brian, just FYI.
Okay. That's going. I knew better than to even try that.
I don't love where I'm at right now, but can't land on the gold mine all the time.
Got to be one want to bite a frog in here somewhere.
I'm gonna start the day with at least right here with the spinnerbait.
I want to throw a crankbait. I'm gonna end up just keeping it in these overhanging trees is all that's gonna happen though.
Like you want to try everything. I want to throw my frog in this mat. I want to throw my buzzbait down this thing. I want to throw a blade of jig in here, and I want to flip that, and I want to do everything all the time.
Maybe my practice from a year and a half ago will come into play here.
I guess no fish caught?
No, sir.
There is now.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
Almost a 2-pounder. A little chunker. Thank you, Lord. On the buzz bait.
Britt Defoe's the first angler on the score tracker. His fish weighed 1 pound, 15 ounces.
Ott Defoe. I cannot imagine Ott Defoe being the first guy on the score tracker.
Wouldn't expected anything less at all.
Not surprising.
Just can't believe that that's the first bite I've had.
There's the first bite. Be a bass. Yes. Might be some fish in here, dude. Buzzbait bite, covering a lot of water. This is just an entryway to a huge backwater.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
110, thank you. Oh, I remembered how to do that.
Adrian Avena, 1 pound, 10 ounces.
So 2 fish, huh?
Yep.
So there's something biting at least.
So what you're saying, we're tied for 3rd.
I typically start out the majority of my terms. I'd say 80% of my tournaments I start first thing in the morning with a buzzbait. As long as that water temperature is over 60 degrees, it's something I got a lot of confidence in. Well, what is the adjustment I need to make, Edwin?
Somebody's already second-guessing their decision.
You know, when you get into a place like this, it almost becomes overwhelming, all the different targets. And I've kind of learned that until you actually get dialed into a little area, you're just best to pick the edges and the more isolated little patches of this till you get a bite or two, and then get back in there and really, you know, be a little more thorough, because you can just spend so much time in a spot like this and they may not even be in here.
All 3 of the bites I've had. Chunker. All 4 of the bites I've had have hit the bait when it was moving. That one was on the fall. Dude, that's a chunk.
4 pounds, 3 ounces.
Look at that one. Dude, that's a pretty one right there. Look at the spot on her. I mean, that fish he ain't 18 inches long, 4-pounder. Dude, that is a beautiful, beautiful fish. Bass Pro River Bug. Get you back in there. It's on a Bass Pro River Bug. Just pitched in there, dude, and it fell to the bottom. Thunk. That was a sweet bite.
Defoe's caught his second fish, weighed 4 pounds, 3 ounces.
Oh, that's a good one.
Gives him his total of 6 pounds, 2 ounces.
Odd.
Bass Pro Bullhog. It's just a really, really good creature bait. Black, blue flake. Flipping out with a 3/8 ounce weight. It's on a Bass Pro Platinum rod and reel. 7.6 heavy. It's a perfect setup.
Still 2 anglers on score track.
8 other guys suck.
Come on, one bite. Just give me a sign.
Come on, fish.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. On the board.
2 pounds, 5 ounces.
2.5. Good way to start the day. Yeah, just been keeping this bladed jig in my hand and just covering water, and it's just a great way to find fish. And I'll tell you what, that first fish, now I have something to build off of.
You sucker.
That's a fish. Holy cow. How about that for not fighting? I thought it was hung up. The strangest bite I've ever seen.
2 pounds, 11 ounces.
There we go. Beauty. Yes, 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 yes.
Britt Chapman's caught his second fish. He weighed 2 pounds, 11 ounces. He moves into second with 4 pounds, 15 ounces.
Gotta make a change.
That's a fish. Threw out here out in front of the stuff. How about that?
1 pound, 15 ounces.
15.
Brent Chapman just caught 2 more fish.
Uh-oh.
He's now in first place with 6 pounds, 14 ounces. Pushed you down to second, Ott, with 6 pounds, 2 ounces.
Brent caught 1. He's caught 3 in, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, he's caught the last 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Chapman. Smashing.
I'm guessing there must be some milfoil or something out here. That last cast I just threw out here more in the open and caught that fish, so. Guys, I think we might be onto something here.
It's about to make another little move, I think.
That's a largemouth. We're on the board. That's a scoreable bass, boys.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
115. Whew. I can't believe it. I mean, in this hard current seam like this, I was expecting 100% for that to be a smallmouth, but you know, I'll take it, and maybe there'll be a couple of them here.
All right, Brent, Alton Jones Jr. is now on the score tracker with a 1 pound, 15 ounces.
Well, we know he's back there.
There's 5 on the board now.
There's a total of 4 on the board.
4 on the board still. Can't drop much farther.
Just want something to slap at it or something. Let me know, hey, change. Come on, bass, come on, fish, come on.
Got some milfoil, that's a good sign. Means we should get bit.
Man, there should be one right there, dude. I'm talking, that's like the lay down of all lay downs.
There we go. All right.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
Even better.
Only movement on the score tracker is Brent Chapman. He now has 5 fish for 10 pounds and 3 ounces.
Well, he definitely's got in a little area that's got some. Got him something going on.
I think I like this place. So there's one bite. Let's see if there's another one here. It is the fall, and the fish are supposed to school up in the fall.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing.
That's a fish. Holy cow.
Chunker.
2 pounds, 11 ounces.
There we go. Beauty.
I mean, that fish he ain't 18 inches long, 4-pounder. Dude, that is a beautiful, beautiful fish.
It's Elimination Round 2 here in Neenah, Wisconsin. And 2 of our anglers are off to a hot start. Brent Chapman isn't wasting any time. He's already found a school of fish and has put 5 of them onto the scales. Meanwhile, Atifo may have sniffed out the big bass as he's already landed a 4-pounder. Each of our pros has a variety of talents and experience they'll use to tackle any challenge that lies ahead. Here's Marty Stone for today's Wiley X Eyewear, more than meets the eye.
This elimination round number 2, this field is loaded with talent, but I don't know if I've ever seen this much disparity in cup experience. Start with an angler like Edwin Evers. In 28 cup events, he's made 14 sudden deaths. 6 championships, he's closed out 2 of those with wins. Then I've got some really consistent anglers in today's field, Britt Chapman and Ott Defoe. Chapman, he's 12 events, 10 sudden deaths. Defoe, 11 events, 7 sudden deaths. And then an angler like Jacob Prosick, he's only made 1 cup event, but he won that one. And then we've got some anglers that's got limited cup experience. And one that comes to mind the most is Britt Myers. He struggled in the 2019 Bass Pro Tour season, but turned around 2020 and had an outstanding year. But now the pressure is ramped up for him. This is the first time he's ever fished a cup. Disparity, there's a lot of it in this group. Talent, it's loaded.
We got one too. It's a fat one. I gotta slow down just a little bit.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
Look how fat that sucker is. All right, pit boss, slow down on the corner. 5 on the board. Correct?
Yes.
Like I said earlier, it takes 1 bite and you feel like you're the man.
Battling for that 6th position. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know how much longer it was going to be before I caught my first one. Gosh dang it, it took a while.
See him busting them right there? I just had that one.
It's not as good as I thought it was gonna be. I figured today, you know, this cloud and wind and everything going on, that the fish would really be aggressive and really be biting, but thus far, that is not the case. There's a good one.
That's why I couldn't catch one on the frog. It was a smallmouth.
3 pounds, 5 ounces.
Nice. There's more over us. Get another.
Wesley Strader has caught his first bass. He's in 4th, 3 pounds, 5 ounces.
Wesley caught him 1 3-pounder. Caught him on a jig, would be my guess.
I'm shook now. It's just like, really? They was schooling under that duckweed. That's crazy.
There we go.
Get in the boat.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
113. Brent Chapman's up to 12 pounds even.
Ooh.
6 scoreable bass.
Yeah, he's on something.
Nothing has come off the bank. That's kind of surprising.
Fish some stupid stuff for a little bit and see what happens. I mean, they're not on the places where they should be.
I can't believe I couldn't catch another one right there. That's what I can't believe. Well, time to get another rod out.
Yes. Double-bladed jig. Gosh, that one crushed it too. Every bite I get is absolutely knocking the snot out of it.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
All same size. Oh, no. Oh, we had a bite of some sort. We got a little ditch right here.
Another one, another one.
Oh. Come on, be a group of them. This is a decent one, too. Yes. Oh, my gosh, got him underneath the chin. I was just saying, so right here we got a little pinch point, but it drops off on both sides of here.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
This little ditch right here drops out like 8 feet. Everything around it's all real shallow.
Adrian Vina has caught his 4th fish, weighed 1 pound and 15 ounces. Moved him into 2nd place with 6 pounds and 14 ounces.
We're gonna make a short move. I paralleled that wall with a crankbait earlier. I didn't get a bite. Picked up that bladed jig and had 2 bites, bang, bang.
I guess when you come to something like this, you should at least throw a frog across it, right? Just to see.
That was 0 for 3 right there, guys. 0 for 3. What is that? Could be a little pikage, I don't know. But that's 0 for 4. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
110, we will take them.
Brent Chapman now has 7 fish, 13 pounds, 10 ounces, no other catches.
Brent's making the rest of us look bad.
What is 6th?
Alton Jones Jr., 1 pound, 15 ounces.
That's basically the main thing to be worried about on a day like today. That's 6th place. That's staying well above that.
The book says you ought to be able to catch one back in here, but I don't know.
This here's a textbook spot. You got wind blowing in on it. It's right at the mouth of a creek.
Sometimes the books are wrong. Like today.
That'd be a fish land violation, 2-minute penalty. 3 pounds, 3 ounces.
Okay. I don't even think I ever hooked him. Like, look, do you ever see a hook mark in his mouth or anything? I think he just had it so and I jerked him up out the water.
Prosnick is, he just caught a 3 pound, 3 ounce.
Okay. I know where he's at. I just seen him.
See a pound? 1 pound, 2 ounces.
Sweet. Same exact stretch where I caught my first one and missed one earlier.
1 pound, 9 ounces.
Interesting. Same, come back to the same exact stretch. Dude, these fish are so fat. Chunky little dudes.
So Ott's caught another fish, hadn't he?
Yes. His last bass weighed 1 pound and 9 ounces.
Come on, Brent, you need to catch another one.
Black blue swim jig. Something that's good that you can fish anywhere in this stuff. You can fish it on the surface. You can fish it down just a little bit. Just extremely versatile when you're in this kind of cover.
Good one. Oh, come on. Oh, is it? I don't know, dude. It's gonna be close.
1 pound, 2 ounces.
Sweet. Same type of deal. We're in this buzzbait. Fish is outside of grass. If it was real sunny, I'd probably be frogging right now.
It's Adrian Abina. He moved into 2nd place. He pushed you down to 3rd.
That was the first one that didn't crush it. I actually thought he was a big one. Had me fooled.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches from Neenah, Wisconsin.
Anthony and I, the only ones aren't on the board.
Anthony Gagliardi, Britt Myers, and yourself.
I'm beginning to think I don't like this lake.
6th place is currently 3 pounds, 3 ounces.
One swing at a bat. We're back in it.
We're 2 hours into period 1, and Brent Chapman continues to drop the hammer. At the bottom of the score tracker, 3 anglers have yet to weigh in a scoreable fish. Lucky for them, it's possible to catch up quickly with a couple of big ones, like Ott Defoe's 4 pound, 4 ounce Berkeley Big Bass of the day. Only the top 6 will advance to the sudden death round. And with over 2 periods remaining, it's still anybody's game.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
113. It's not much, but it's a start, I can tell you.
Mr. Browning just got on the board with the 1 pound, 13 ounce fish.
Hey, he probably caught one on my little spot.
I'm pretty surprised, honestly, by the average size fish here. I mean, I didn't know what I was expecting, but
I just put that little metal flake in the worm. Maybe that's the deal. I don't know. I don't know. My deal is if you're not getting bit on something, change. Don't sit there with it too long in your hand.
Mm-hmm. 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Okay. Pretty.
Jacob Brosnan just caught his second fish. Brings his total of 5 pounds, 13 ounces. That moved him to 4th. You're now sitting in 5th with 5 pounds, 5 ounces.
Perfect.
I'll take them all day long.
Where time is of the essence, this is not what you want to be doing.
£2 pounds, 7 ounces.
Okay.
Gosh, dang it. Hit it right on the edge of that limb. There's nothing I could do there.
You're now in second place, 8 pounds and 4 ounces.
You just got to find the right ingredient. When you do that, they let you know up here.
Mm-hmm. Quit.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
That's a fatty, isn't he? Look how fat that fish is. You've been eating good.
That's got to be a pike. What is that? Can't tell. Might be a bass. I don't think it's a bass, but let's see. Come here. Oh, it's a big smallmouth. Check that out.
£2 pounds, 13 ounces.
213. Literally in the middle of a big grass flat here, throwing a spinnerbait, and there's a 2 3/4 pound smallmouth. That was crazy.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2-6, nice chunk.
Alton Jones Jr. just caught his second fish, moving him into 6th place, knocking you down off the cut line. He's at 4 pounds, 12 ounces. You're at 3 pounds, 11 ounces.
He catches some good ones.
Art Defoe is now in second place, 10 pounds and 1 ounce. You're in third.
I know it, because he's sitting over there watching you fish. You call him out.
We just need to stay in here and grind it out.
10 minutes remaining.
Come on, one bite. Just one bite. Say, hey, Britt, that's what you need to be doing.
Stay on there, fish. Please stay on there. What the hell? I have bagels.
Come on, man.
Light touch. 2 pounds, 14 ounces.
214. That's a good one right there. Yes, sir. How you do that, Bass?
That fish moved you into 5th place.
What do I need to go to 4th place?
1 pound, 10 ounces.
Right.
4 pounds, 4 ounces.
Okay. I show hot.
Jacob Brosnick just caught his 4th fish, moved you down to 3rd, and he moved up into 2nd with 12 pounds, 8 ounces.
Well, I didn't even hear him catch it over there. He's directly across the river from me.
Golly, that thing hit the bottom and just, I mean, I said, that's a biggin'. Biggin'.
Be nice to get a freaking bite so I have somewhere to come back to.
There's a chungus right there, boys.
2 pounds, 11 ounces.
211. I like it. Look, he's as thick as he is long. It's insane.
Well, I guess you just get on just a little stretch or something, and there's a few fish, but golly bum.
Maybe one more.
Alton Jones Jr., that moved you to 5th place.
Another good one, dude. That fish was literally an inch under the water.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
2.7, I dig it. I dig it.
3, 2, 1, lines out, end of period 1.
Man, they started catching them in that last little bit there.
That was a bad period.
I should have slept in. I should have slept late till about 10 o'clock and got up and come, and I'd have been in the same spot that I am right now.
Just got to figure something else out to generate a few more bites. Only, 2 fish for an hour and a half. Or 2.5 hours. That's not very good, but we'll figure it out. I don't know if I'm coming back here or not, or just try to wing it, go somewhere else.
I think we got something to run with, I need to focus on these points. Just don't fish a bunch of this stuff in between. Like that one right there I will catch one off that one right there before the day's out. That's what I'm looking for.
I know where there's plenty of fish. We're just going to have to figure out and adjust with them. And, with this wind blowing, they should bite. So we're going to go back, tie on a few different lures, and get back at it.
And you do have big bass of the day, too, so far. By 1 ounce above aught the foe.
Yeah, got you, sucker.
MyOutdoorTV is your home for every exciting moment of the 2022 MLF season.
Boom!
Every episode, including live events.
Yes, sir!
Try it free at MyOutdoorTV.com. Use promo code YT30.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by Berkeley, your fish, our science. Wiley X Eyewear, go confidently. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Favorite Fishing, the future of fishing. And by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
My first period was so bad that my first break, I didn't have anything to do.
I really didn't have anything I needed to do, so I put up a couple rods, maybe retied 1 or 2, but it definitely seemed like I needed to keep those slow-moving baits in my hand.
I wasn't really worried about where I was sitting because I felt like I still was gonna catch fish. It's just a matter of covering enough water and fishing it slow and efficiently.
And I'm thinking, let's tune it down just a little bit. Let's put on a little crawl worm, see if we can't make them a little bit more aggressive.
I was confident that if I just would go back to that area where I caught them in the first period and just try to be as thorough as possible, I felt like I could put together at least a few more fish.
While our pros make adjustments for period 2, let's take a look at the score tracker. With over 15 pounds, Brent Chapman is our must-add point position leader. But Jacob Porosnik and Ott Defo have closed the gap and are only a few pounds behind. As we enter period 2, our pros below the 6th place elimination line now have the opportunity to reset and get back on track.
All right, here we go. Getting ready to start second period. First period was a disaster, but I'm 6 pounds out.
We had a good end to our first period, so we're going right back where we were. We won't be alone there. Porosnik, who's in second, and Ott, who's in third, and I'm in fourth, are all right there in a little bitty stretch.
3, 2, 1, lines in.
Let's go. Woo, they're all going to the west end, boys. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So we're allowed to start fishing now?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. We'll do that. We'll take a couple casts.
£3 pounds, 0 ounces.
Okay. Porosnik just took over the lead. He just caught one weight 3 pounds. He's at 15.
I mean, he just sat down right in there on them, didn't he?
I'll take it.
I guess this is what you're supposed to do during the break. Just had a pike bite me off. My bait hit the water, a pike gets it. Porosnik hits the water, and a scoreable eats it. Right up here around the corner. That had to have been his first flip.
What in the wild world sport's going on? That's a big one there. That's the way you want to start it.
3 pounds, 9 ounces.
3.9, that's a 3.5 pounder. Look at the size of that thing. That's what I love about these northern smallmouth. Wisconsin, Minnesota, they've all got them like this, but I mean, look at how thick and broad they are. I love it. I love it.
Elton Jones Jr. has caught a 3-pound 9-ounce fish. He's now in 3rd place with 13 pounds and 7 ounces.
He just caught another one, too.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
2-4. All right. How far behind Jacob was I? Might have caught him right there.
Elton Jones Jr. just caught a 2-pound, 4-ounce fish. He's now at 15 pounds, 11 ounces in 1st place.
It's not hard when somebody shows you what to do. He just caught another one.
A little further than 7 ounces now. Dude, that's fun, man.
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
Look at how fat he is, man. Look at how fat he is. Beefing up for the winter. Beefing up for the winter.
What's Alton got for a total?
He has, wow, he moved all the way into 1st place.
Junior has?
Yeah, he has 7 fish now for 18 pounds, 3 ounces.
I didn't even know Alton was in the top 6.
I know there's more right here. I'd hate to move and have to walk across and catch them behind me.
Maybe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
2.8. That's a better quality than what the other ones were. I'm talking about a freaking peck, man.
Hadn't got my casting down yet, boys.
Oh. Ouch. These fish need to move down south just for a little while. Learn how to be a little more aggressive.
No way they're catching all these on docks.
Can't tell me there ain't a bass on these docks.
Finally.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
It took me long enough. Definitely took me long enough.
Anthony Gagliardi's caught his first fish, weighed 1 pound, 15 ounces. He's in 9th place.
Gosh dang it.
Maybe there's my clue. Watch it be the last bite I get doing that, but I finally got a bite, a decent bite. Flipping a dock. So guess what we're gonna do for the next little while? We're gonna flip some docks, see if we can't get a couple more.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
3 pounds, 3 ounces.
It's a 3-pounder, man. Chungus alert. Chungus alert.
Elton Jones Jr. just caught another bass. He is now at 21 pounds, 6 ounces. We are currently 6 pounds, 3 ounces out of the lead.
Gosh darn. Hard to keep up with them when you're not getting bit. Right around the corner, maybe.
You are 14 pounds, 15 ounces above the cut line.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches from Neenah, Wisconsin.
Dude, this is ridiculous. 3-pounder, man. Chungus alert.
This is what you'd like to know. You'd like to know if they're catching largemouth or smallmouth.
As our anglers at the top of the score tracker have shown, there are big fish opportunities. Alton Jones Jr., Jacob Porosnik, and Ott Defo have each landed bass over 3.5 pounds and may have discovered the secret to catching big Lake Poygan and Lake Winneconne bass. For more on that, here's Marty Stone for today's 6-hour Success Insight.
Anytime we come to northern fisheries, wind's got a chance to be a part of the story. And today it's happened in elimination round number 2. At the mouth of the Wolf River, there's a delta system, and this wind's blowing in directly on that. Not only do the anglers not want to get out there and fight it, eventually the fish get tired of it as well. And what these fish will do is migrate into the main river channel itself and set up on the first available cover. There's been 3 anglers that's fished the mouth of this thing at the beginning of the period with success. Ott Defoe, Jacob Porosnik, and Alton Jones Jr. All 3 of these experienced anglers know one thing for certain in fishing. You never fight Mother Nature, and they haven't done that. And now in the mouth of the Wolf River, the fish and anglers have collided.
So I'm just trying to switch up between different weights and colors on this bladed jig because, I mean, the conditions are perfect for it. So this is the deal that should be working.
I'm getting just enough bites to throw me off, you know? I mean, it's the deal, but it's not the deal. I hadn't figured out the deal just yet.
Stay on there.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
Solid, dude. They're just, I mean, so fat.
Ott Defoe has caught a 2 pound, 4 ounce fish. He's now at 13 pounds, 14 ounces in 4th place.
Who's in second?
You're in second, 15 pounds and 8 ounces.
Like, if I get away from that log, I feel like I'm not around the fish. I'm sure that there are other spots, but I know if I'm throwing at that log, I'm throwing around one.
How would these fish have just shut off in here?
They'll throw you a freaking curveball, won't they?
Might be a keeper.
Went through all the effort to catch it.
1 pound, 2 ounces.
Sweet. Spinnerbait fish.
Browsing just caught him one.
3 pounds, 1 ounce.
They still catching them?
Jacob Porosnik, he just caught a 3 pound, 1 ounce. He's now at 18 pounds, 9 ounces. And Britt Myers is not on the score tracker.
All righty.
Cut line is with Edwin Evers at 7 pounds, 9 ounces.
Come on, Brownie, come on, son.
You're 1 pound and 6 ounces behind that.
Yeah.
Didn't you say I caught 8 fish that first period?
Yes.
8 fish fishing through here, not even, you know, being real thorough, just covering water, and now we can't get a bite.
Crazy how it goes from so fast and so furious to just, nah, nothing.
Two pounds, 6 ounces.
Nice chunker. They're healthy, dude. I mean, just got them almost gold-looking bellies on them.
Ott Defoe is now in 3rd place with 16 pounds and 4 ounces. His last fish weighed 2 pounds and 6 ounces.
Ought to be another one right here.
Sheller. Really sheller.
So much for taking a shortcut, huh? Oh, come on, really?
Boy, it's all about hitting the right little stretches. Seems like the way them scores, the way they're catching them.
I can't believe they're not on this bank right here.
I don't know if I'm more shocked that I caught as many as I did here, and it was that good, or that I hadn't caught another one since.
Mercury does the job there. As long as it keeps getting water into it, it'll go. Definitely have the confidence to get me where I need to be on that kind of stuff. We're not worried about getting stuck.
There's a good one. Golly, it's a big one. Stay on there, fish. Stay on there.
2 pounds, 12 ounces.
212. That'll keep us in the hunt.
Edwin just caught the first fish in 40 minutes.
40 minutes. How big was it? You gonna tell me you caught one, not give me any other details? I mean, come on.
Keep you in suspense. 2 pounds, 12 ounces. Edwin is now in 5th place.
Just go smallmouth fishing the rest of the day.
1 hour left in period 2. Are you serious? It don't seem like we've been fishing 40 minutes.
They're gonna make a little move.
Oh, gotta look for some more reeds like that or something.
Oh, that looks beautiful. Promised land right there, baby. Yeah. This is it. This is it. I'm just telling you. This is it. There's a school there. I don't know how many's blew that dock. The other one's bigger than this one.
1 pound, 12 ounces.
Got a long ways to go, but the only way to get there is by doing that.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
2.7. 2.7. I just lost one about 3 pounds right there. Look how pretty that fish is, man. Cold. My gosh, it's cold. That's why I'm not chasing topwater. They're not in the mood.
I was on that Berkeley power bait, the bottom hopper, fishing like a floating worm. I don't know, maybe I found something that they'll bite in these little canals like this. I've had several really aggressive bites on it. Most of them were small fish, and even that one, I missed him the first time. He hit it so hard. So it's definitely something that they're interested in. If I can get into an area that's got a few fish, I think I could catch 3 or 4 or 5 maybe.
That's disheartening right there. That could have been 6 pounds. That could have been one fish out of the cut right there. Boom, bam, bam.
All right, I figured it out. Figured it out. Just figured it out.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
Thank you. All right. All right, let's go. I may have figured it out.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing.
Guys, there's that saying of you don't leave fish to go find fish, and right now that's looking pretty legit. And I know there's a lot of fish over there. I just got to go figure out how to catch them.
After looking to be the runaway winner in Period 1, Brett Chapman is now struggling to locate the bass. Alton Jones Jr. is currently cruising along in first place. But as we've seen in Major League Fishing, fortunes can change in an instant, which is good news for everybody below that 6th place elimination line.
Brett Chapman has not caught one this period, has he?
I don't know, he has not.
They're not cooperating.
What are you talking about? Frustrating. This is just frustrating as frustrating a fishing day can get.
That was crazy, dude. That fish hit it and started doing 100 miles an hour. I mean, just coming out of there with it.
He's barely hooked.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
Finally broke the dry spell.
2 pounds, 1 ounce.
2-1. The drought is over. Every fish helps. Right now we're just looking to, you know, winning the round would be nice, but right now we're just looking to advance, and every ounce helps.
When a fish hits it and just is gone, it's a good indication he's running away from somebody.
If there's smallmouth anywhere up and down through here, this ought to be where they're at. I was hoping this thing have about 5 foot of water on it, not 10.
Man, I really hate deviating much just because this is the deal when it's like this, you know? I mean, I just either have to find the right color or retrieve or something.
15 minutes remaining in the second period.
Back to the river, man. I really and truly thought, yeah, man, can get him a bite right there.
Man, how's there not one right there?
Caught them all.
Every single one of them.
Woo!
Gosh, dude, I just got smoked.
It's a big one. Stay on there, fish. Stay on there. I'm gonna land it right there. I just don't know what kind of hook I got in that fish. Not as big as I thought he was. Oh, gosh dang, he's very good. Come here. Got him.
2 pounds, 0 ounces.
2 pounds, 0 ounces. All right, we got a dock on a point. I don't know why I keep doing so much other things. I just need to go fish points.
Adrian Avena is sitting at 6th with 8 pounds, 0 ounces.
So he hasn't caught any this period either, has he?
Bubble boy.
We'll have to catch 20 pounds in the last period.
Yeah, the water got a lot clearer down through this stretch, like a lot clearer. You know, I can see bottom all underneath these docks, so I rigged up just a wacky general.
There's a bite. Yep. Mm-hmm. Told you there'd be more in there. That's a chubby little feller.
3 pounds, 3 ounces.
3.3, even better than I thought he was. Dude, look at that. That's like a 16.5-inch fish. They're all just, I mean, every one I've caught have been like they're out of the same batch.
Caught the foe, caught 2 fish now. He's up to 21 pounds and 4 ounces. Put you back to 3rd place.
I just don't understand why you can't get another bite.
Odd Defoe just caught one. He jumped Prosnick. 2 pounds, 3 ounces behind you.
Just one bite away.
This worm, dude, that's a Bass Pro mag finneck worm, 3/16 ounce sinker, 3/0 heavy duty worm hook. That is a bad dude.
God bless America. And the world, they're just hitting it. They're not eating it.
So much for my theory on the little craw worm.
That one felt like a pretty decent fish. Just had it, held on to it, didn't move with it, and barely started swimming. It was a big one. It was a big one. I knew it was decent. Little follow-up bait. Gosh, that's a pretty fish.
2 pounds, 9 ounces.
Oh, I'll take her. She's pretty short, fat. Man, she grabbed it, took my bait, but a lot of times you think it's a little fish, but, so I switched up. Oh, man, come on, man. Dude, it can happen.
You have 5 minutes remaining in period 2.
5 minutes? Man, that got away from me in a hurry.
God dang.
Big smallmouth. Big smallmouth. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. Yes.
Two pounds, 6 ounces.
Sweet.
2 pounds, 8 ounces.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now look how small their mouths are and how big. I mean, they're just pretty.
Prosnick just caught a fish. Moved 21-1. Adrian Avena just caught a fish, weighed 10.6.
He's got 10.6 now?
Yes.
Dude, that right there is called a good decision. I pulled one off here, felt like a smallmouth. Came right back here 5 minutes ago, figured it was my most high percentage spot that I had that was nearby. I just rolled over to it and just caught that solid one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Grinder.
Lines out, into period 2.
Grinder.
Well, we hanging in there kind of like a hair in a biscuit. I don't know.
Dang, gummit. Well, dadgummit, I don't know why it's so tough. It should be a lot better than this. I don't know what to say. Caught walleye, caught white bass, caught drum. All kind of species of fish, just never got them bass bites. And in order to advance, I'm gonna have to catch, at least 2 or 3, I feel like.
Well, that's about as going from the highest to highs to lowest to lows from one period to the next. First period was amazing. Second period, I can honestly say I didn't have a bite.
That's a lot better period there. I mean, it was
It was tough still, outside of that one little, about a 3-minute flurry. But we're still, as far as I know, we're sitting in first. Got a nice buffer over the cut line. And I mean, there's a good chance I don't have to catch fish this final period to advance. That's a good sign. I'm stoked.
MyOutdoorTV is your home for every exciting moment of the 2022 MLF season. Boom! Every episode, including live events.
Yes, sir!
Try it free at MyOutdoorTV.com. Use promo code YT30.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Squincher, hydration that works. Sig Sauer, never settle. Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And by Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches from Neenah, Wisconsin.
Nothing like being on that cut line. Just gotta keep on doing it. Gotta hope I can just get a couple more keeper bites. If I can do that, I feel like I can slide in there. Gotta just make the most of every opportunity.
Our anglers are on their second and final break of the day. As they prepare for period 3, let's take a look at the score tracker. We're deep in the MLF action, and the day is far from decided. So far, 4 different anglers have had a taste of first place. Alton Jones Jr. is currently top dog, but Ott Defo and Jacob Porosnik are still lurking close behind. Today, the most important goal is to land a top 6 spot. But doing so against these competitors in these conditions is easier said than done. For more on that, let's go out to Marty Stone for today's Yeti Cooler Talk.
Brutal day, conditions-wise, and I'm finding you up in the river. That's no shock.
No, it's not. That's my plan. I said, you know, the water's cooling off. It's easier to dissect current than it is to get out on a big, massive grass flat. And I mean, as soon as I came in here in the first period, it took me a little while, but I caught 2 pretty quick. And, you know, I've had about 4 or 5 bites each period, but the thing is getting them in a boat, they're really not eating it. So the wheel's rolling, but I'm on about a half flat tire. So I need to find somewhere to get the air in it and get it going.
You told me at the end of that period you were going to go from soft plastics to a jig. Explain why.
Well, a lot of times when I haven't generated enough bites to really be able to just go ahead and make that change. What happens is a lot of times with soft plastics, they'll clamp down on it so hard, sometimes you set the hook and you just barely get them when it comes out of the mouth. With a jig, the hook's exposed, and a lot of times you'll have better hookups. You know, I just tried to go with something a little smaller, but I'm gonna go to a jig now and see if the hook-to-land ratio gets better.
Wesley Strader's 1 spot out of making sudden death. I like his chances, though. He's up in the river, and he's one of the best river fishermen on tour.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lines in, start of the 3rd period.
This is the 3rd final period. I've got a pretty good cushion over 6th place right now, but if I could catch another 4 or 5 pounds, I would feel really, really good about my chances of making it on to sudden death.
Playing this period is to try to figure out how to win this thing. I think we've got the next round qualified for. It's gonna be, can we put the pieces together and find us another little pot of fish?
See if I can fish like I freaking want to do good. Fish like Grandma over here today.
£1 pound, 13 ounces.
Okay. 1 pound, 2 ounces.
He fooled me. Well, I got me a frog bite finally.
We leading? That puts you at 22 pounds and 14 ounces.
Those guys won't know that I'm hot on their heels now.
You now have 4 pounds, 13 ounces.
I'm getting just enough bites to make me mad, make me stay, you know? That's what's crazy.
Pretty much, if you throw it in there and they don't have it on the way down, you might as well just reel it out.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
Thank you. Feel how cold that fish is. Feels like a block of ice.
I saw the reed shake.
There you go.
£2 pounds, 3 ounces.
Fishing makes no sense. None.
So Wesley Strader has caught 2 fish. His total now is 11 pounds, 11 ounces. He's in 6th place.
Wow. That's the fish. Hey. How about that?
1 pound, 13 ounces.
That is a precious fish right there.
Wow.
Somebody else fished this yesterday, I'll guarantee you. I ain't getting no bite.
Man, it's a lot of really good-looking stuff without a bite, you know?
So it just shows you they're here. You just got to figure them out.
You got plenty hot. Go on, get out of here. We're moving.
So we've got a mat that's kind of blown up here, you know, a bunch of eelgrass and duckweed mixed in there, and that's always a high-stakes spot to put a bait in, and, you know, nothing's happening out here where they were biting the bladed jigs, so just started pitching this into this mat, and we catch one.
That's a bass.
That one's a largemouth.
2 pounds, 6 ounces.
2.6. That's a good solid chunker. On the worm again. Pulled it across some grass and just let it sink down in there. Just started swimming off with it. Most of the bass bites are not very hard. I mean, they just don't.
Hit a few of those. 3 pounds, 3 ounces.
Where have you been?
Anthony Gagliardi's in 8th with 8 pounds, 0 ounces.
Gagliardi figured something out, you know what?
If I could catch a couple more 3-pounders like that, man, I might could scare it. 6th place. Man, it's just taking me all day. It's taking me all day to finally get a good bite. It's probably too little, too late, but we're gonna roll with it.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing. You know you're on a good fishery when you can find a variety of cover options and plenty of chunky bass. Jacob Porosnik just snagged himself one, as you can see here in today's favorite fishing overview of the day. With that quality Wisconsin bass, Jacob Porosnik has taken over 1st place, but it will be a hard position to keep. Ott Defo and Alton Jones Jr. are only 2 pounds behind. At the 6th place elimination line, the race is even tighter. Wesley Strader holds a precarious 2-ounce lead over Adrian Avina. Only an hour and a half remain to determine who will advance to the sudden death rounds.
God dang it, I missed nothing.
Come on, Britt. Gotta do better than this.
Got right an hour and a half left in period 3.
Come on, bass.
5 pounds, 9 ounces off of the cut line.
Jiminy grits, come on.
Frosnick's caught a few, and he took the lead from Alton Jones.
Did he really?
Yeah. I figured you were more concerned with your battle.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'll get to hear all about that after I get knocked out. I don't need to hear about it now.
Might be the worst tournament I ever fished, the way I'm fishing today.
If you asked any pro what they would call good conditions for a bladed jig, they'd tell you this.
I know I'm probably about the 5th one that hits this, but still, you would think you could generate a bite. But we'll have another one to give them now.
1 pound, 8 ounces.
1/8. Right in that thick stuff right where it should have been, in that little mat.
Oh.
Get back out here and flip some more of this. Black, blue flake. bull hog, 3/4 ounce weight, 4/0 heavy duty wide gap hook. That Bass Pro bull hog is a great flipping bait, great creature bait.
Boy, if this thing was live, I'd look terrible. Look at my first day on a boat.
You gonna move?
Let's give it a good 15, 20 minutes here.
Right out of the same hole. The same exact hole.
2 pounds, 1 ounce.
2-pounder. He's in the same hole in the grass.
Octopo is now in first place with 27 pounds and 3 ounces. You're sitting in second. 2 pounds, 2 ounces back.
I can't believe you can't get a bite in here.
That's so much fun. Flipping that big braid. That big 7/6 heavy Bass Pro Platinum. See if they got a mama in there.
I need like a 4-pounder, and then I can sweat it out.
There he is. Good. £2, 4 ounces. Nice. Sweet.
There's another one.
1 pound, 13 ounces.
113. Just keep plucking them out of there.
There's 11. Hand me one of them trees, boys.
2 pounds, 4 ounces.
Dang. Cookie cutters, boys.
Wesley Strader caught 2 fish. Moved him to 5th place. He has 7 fish for 16 pounds, 3 ounces. Moved you into 6th.
Dang it.
I was just getting ready to say, every fish that's in that freaking ditch has to be on this bank somewhere. Come on, one more.
Welcome back to General Tire's Major League Fishing for the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches from Neenah, Wisconsin.
Sooner or later, you gotta get lucky, right?
Sometimes you just don't fish very well. This needs to be a practice day where at least I can say I shook them off.
I cannot believe I'm such a glutton for punishment here. But I just feel like any cast, this thing can completely turn around.
It's do or die time here on Lake Poygan and Lake Winneconne. The clock is winding down, and only the top 6 anglers will advance to the sudden death rounds. Edwin Evers currently holds that coveted 6th place position, but everyone below him is within striking distance. The MLF pressure is on.
There's a lot of hook setting going on with nothing coming in. I'm just gonna tell you, man. Golly.
Like that. How about that? Never even hit it.
2 pounds, 2 ounces.
That feels good. Pretty fish. 2-2. I like it.
Brent Chapman just caught a 2 pound, 2 ounce bass. He's in 4th place. He's 9 pounds, 14 ounces behind you.
Okay. He didn't catch one the whole second period, I don't think, but now he's caught him a couple now, finally.
So how many pounds am I out of the 6?
6 pounds, 6 ounces.
That ain't nothing. 3 quick bites. These fish are solid fish.
You just have to talk about them. Just have to talk about them. And they're not really relating to the log, they're relating more to the current edge, that kind of seam or break or
2
something
pounds,
like that.
0 ounces.
They're relating more to that. It's really more about the current break. They're not right on the piece of wood. Which makes me feel like if I could find another one of those current breaks somewhere, I could catch more fish off of it, but I don't know where they are.
I missed him. Dang, I don't know what that was. It felt good.
You were in the lead by 5 pounds, 15 ounces over Jacob Porosnik.
Okay.
And the current cut line is Edwin Evers at 12 pounds, 5 ounces.
I feel like we've done it. For sure, we've moved on.
Smallmouth, I don't know if he'll make it or not. Be close. If he does, he'll be a line burner. Oh, he's fat. Let's see.
1 pound, 2 ounces.
Ah, yeah.
I'd take a grinnell bite right now. I'm so desperate.
2.5 pound smallmouth. That's what we want. Just under an hour remaining in the round.
All right, it's time to turn it on.
That's a big one. 4 pounds, 4 ounces.
Pretty fish, man. God, they're pretty.
You just tied your big bass.
2 4.4s in one day.
Jacob Porosnik just caught a 4 pound, 4 ounce fish. You're in the lead by 1 pound, 11 ounces.
Caught him a big one.
That puts you at 29 pounds and 5 ounces. You're 1 pound, 11 ounces out of the lead.
Oh my gosh.
Yes! Golly, that fish was dirt shallow.
Two pounds, 7 ounces.
Yes, look at that. Look at all them tattoos on that sucker. Isn't that cool? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Man, that fish was in no water at all. None.
6th place, Edwin Evers, 14 pounds, 12 ounces. You're in 7th place. You're about 3 pounds and 4 ounces out of 6, which Edwin Evers holds with 14 pounds and 12 ounces.
Shoot. Well, that update sucked.
Not the cup debut that I was looking for.
Humbling sport this is, I'm gonna tell you, gentlemen.
Oh, please let me make it in. So I can go to the make yourself go to the grave early round.
Oh, you know, I was just sitting here telling myself, I was like, Edwin, you have not been fishing shallow, and they could be shallow. I could be missing them shallow. You know, I started off this morning fishing shallow. You know, the inside of the docks. I had a couple bites, but then I caught those fish on the outside. Interesting.
Really? How did that get hung up in that tree?
Only superstition I have, John, is I don't want to be the first boat leaving the parking lot. And I'll be danged this morning. There we go, first out. I was like, oh my gosh. Say it ain't so.
We'll make that just a little bit more.
1 pound, 15 ounces.
Almost a 2-pounder.
Another good chunk right there. Right here laid up at the end of the day on the worm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines out. Into the 3rd period.
Sudden death, here we come.
Well, sounds like we want us around anyway, so I'll definitely take that any day of the week. These things are not, it don't matter which round it is, they're not easy to win, so I will take a win to get this week started in Wisconsin.
Did I make it? Is it official yet?
Everything good?
Everything good.
Is it? Okay. You're looking at that phone like you might be knowing some information.
It was disappointing. It's just a bad day. I mean, just a disappointing day of fishing. Frustrating.
That was my first cup, and I fished it like it was my first cup. fished horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I don't know how you can go from being so fired up going into the second period to be just feel like you just got your teeth kicked in.
I think I finished fourth, and that's all I needed to do. Needed to be in the top 6, so we get to move on to sudden death round, and hopefully we can go there and do what we need to do and be fishing on championship day.
And went to flipping pretty quick with that black and blue flake bullhog. That was definitely a key player. Ended up flipping it some later on braid and some of this thicker matted up stuff. But a big one as well was that big worm, that Magnum Finesse worm, just on a 3/16 weight, 3/0 worm hook. It's just kind of a finesse deal, man. I really like that this time of year. It's still a good size profile, still a fairly big bait, but it definitely works when you're on those outside edges, and it's something that just kind of glides down to the bottom, something I can generate a lot of bites with. But those were kind of the main deals. Caught one on a swim jig, you know, a couple on a buzz bait, a few on different stuff, but the bullhog and that Bass Pro Mag Finesse worm, those were the 2 main deals that got it done for me today. Sweet.
General Tire's Major League Fishing is brought to you by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Mossy Oak. Hunt. Fish. Repeat. Abu Garcia. Fish to win. Optima Batteries. The ultimate power source. And by Barbasol Shaving Cream and Razors. A close, comfortable shave for the past 100 years.
Elimination Round 2 of the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, is now in the books. Today, 10 of the top Bass Pro Tour anglers began their journey to the Challenge Cup trophy, but only 6 would survive Elimination Round 2. This morning, our pros hit the waters of Lake Poygan and Lake Winneconne. Brent Chapman got off to a fast start and looked set to cruise into an easy victory before stalling out and not catching another bass for all of period 2. Not missing a beat, Jacob Porosnik put the smackdown on the big bass, landing multiple 3- and 4-pounders. In period 3, Ott Defo poured on the gas, scorching into first place and earning his spot in the sudden death rounds.
Just keep plucking them out of there.
Let's catch up with Ott Defo to check out his winning baits in Bass Pro Shop's end of the line.
I'm Ott Defo, and this is the end of the line. These are the baits that I use to win my elimination round. I've got a Bass Pro Bullhog. It's black with blue flake, a very simple color. I had that rigged on a Texas rig, 2 different weights. I had a 3/8 as well as a 5/8 ounce weight, but a 4/0 heavy duty wide gap hook is what I had that rigged on. And then a Bass Pro Magnum Finesse worm in the purple brown color. Had it rigged on a Texas rig as well with a 3/16 ounce tungsten weight and a 3/0 heavy duty worm hook. Fished both of these in heavy cover as well as some wood cover and some current breaks. Those are the 2 baits that I caught the majority of my fish on to win my elimination round.
With today's top performance, Ott Defo is advancing to the sudden death rounds and will be joined by Jacob Porosnik, Alton Jones Jr., Brent Chapman, Wesley Strader, and Edwin Evers. The Berkeley Big Bass of the day goes to Jacob Porosnik, who showed off by catching the biggest bass of the day and then doing it again by catching another bass that weighed exactly the same, 4 pounds and 4 ounces.
Pretty fish, man.
Today's Barbasol close shave goes to the W, Wesley Strader. After catching only 3 bass all day, Wesley entered period 3 in 7th place, but then he got hot. Wesley added 5 bass for nearly 10 pounds, ending the day with a 5th place finish. Let's send it over to Marty Stone, who's with today's winner, Ott Defo.
It doesn't seem like it matters what round I'm going to find you in the river somewhere. There's no surprise. But today wasn't a typical day in the river, was it?
No, it really wasn't, you know, but there's no doubt if there's a river on that body of water, that's where I'm going to go. But it was never fast and furious today. And it wasn't about, you know, places where the current hit really hard. It was just about getting in there and fishing some of the best cover available where there was a little bit of current was kind of what I focused on today.
12th Cup event, okay? 8th now, sudden death. You've won 3 of these elimination rounds.
Yeah.
You've won almost everything there is on the planet, except for a cup.
Yeah.
One step further, heading to sudden death. What does it mean to add a cup win to your trophy case?
It'll mean a lot if I can make the championship, because I've had 5 sudden deaths in a row that I've not made a championship. So I've got another sudden death. This is 6 in a row. But man, I want to make that championship, because you can't win unless you're there.
Aunt Defo, winner of Elimination round number 2, and now advancing to sudden death. This is 6 in a row, and 1 step closer to winning his first ever Major League Fishing Cup event.
Make sure you tune in next week for Elimination round number 3 of the Lucas Oil Challenge Cup, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches from Wisconsin's Lake Poygan and Lake Winneconne. Until then, thanks for watching General Tire's Major League Fishing.